What's going on, guys? So the US election was last night. I watched the whole thing from start to finish. I literally was glued to my TV because I love politics. I love social studies. I'm not going to get into my opinions in this video. I don't think that's really something that needs to be shared, nor that you guys really care about. But I'm going to talk to you guys about something that I've been getting a lot of questions about. I'm Canadian, obviously. I'm born in Canada, lived in Canada my whole life. And a lot of Americans have been asking me, TD, what's life like in Canada? How do things work up there in Canada? So I'm going to go through this in this video and just kind of explain some things about Canada and why I love it so much. So Canada has 9 provinces, 9 or 10. Actually, I don't know the exact number. If I actually thought about it, I could let you know. And 3 territories that go from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast. They're all run by different provincial governments. And our head of government right now, our prime minister, is actually his name is Justin Trudeau. So how the Canadian, I'm going to talk about the political system first. How it works is you don't vote for a candidate. You don't vote for one guy. You vote for a party. So that would kind of, in my opinion, it kind of avoids the Donald Trump effect, but not really. Stuff like that could definitely still happen in Canada. But how it works is there's a bunch of ridings in each province, and people go and they vote for who they want to represent them in the riding, and then whichever party is most represented, their leader becomes the prime minister, which right now is Justin Trudeau, and they live in Ottawa, Ontario. That's, for you guys don't know where Ottawa is, it's really close to Toronto, in that same kind of area. It's a bit north of Toronto. Toronto's our biggest city in Canada. A lot of people live in Toronto. It's very, very, by far the most populated. When you go there, it almost feels like a U.S. place. It's super, super intense, but a lot of Canada doesn't feel like the US. There's a lot of open space here. My favorite thing about Canada is population is a lot lower. I don't know. I remember when I was young, it used to be 27 million or something. I'm sure it's a lot more now. But the population's a lot, throughout the whole country, and we have so much space. And so you have cities are not, you're never going to feel really crowded, which is my favorite thing. In Toronto, you might, because it's just such a big city, but there's a lot of places where I live and where I used to live that are very, there's very open spaces. And Canada's just a beautiful place. The West Coast and East Coast, there's amazing views. Some of the best views ever. Where I'm used to be from was Alberta, and there's mountains. It's all mountains. If you look up Alberta, mountains and Banff, you'll kind of see what I mean. It would be the postcard of Canada. So Canada's obviously a beautiful place. I'm going to talk about the sports a little bit too, because you guys are obviously here for sports. We have the CFL, which is the Canadian Football League. It's comprised of a lot of American players. The majority of the guys come from people who couldn't get into didn't make the NFL, got in legal trouble in college, came to play in the CFL. And then there's also players from the CIS, which is our university system, that go play there. Because there is a rule in the CFL that you have to have a certain number of Canadians in your starting lineup, and most of them use all their Canadians on special teams. So that is the kind of sport, that's our really only sport that we have just for Canada. We love baseball right now. We love the Blue Jays. Also, I was saying basketball is getting bigger here too. So if you're a basketball fan and you live in Toronto, it would almost be like living in I don't know what to equate it to, it's a huge basketball city. The more you move west though, it gets into the hockey, but hockey's getting less popular all the time because of how good our baseball and basketball teams are doing, and our hockey teams are not doing as well because of how weak the Canadian dollar is right now. I wouldn't say it's weak, but our dollar is worth, when I buy something, if I went to buy something $20 in America, it would cost me 27, 28 Canadian dollars. That's kind of how the dollar is right now. So the Americans are getting paid. The American hockey players are going down there so they can make more money, get paid more. And that's why our hockey teams all kind of suck right now. But what else can I tell you about our schooling? It's kindergarten to grade 12. University is all paid for. That's pretty much the same. Healthcare is the best thing about Canada. You never have to pay for healthcare. Every Canadian citizen has access to free healthcare. So it doesn't matter where I am. I remember I got injured in football when I first got here. Had never been to the hospital. Showed up with my card. Boom! I was admitted right away. It does sometimes lead to longer wait lines because it is not privatized, but everyone has free healthcare. That's the one thing. That's the cardinal thing about. We all have free healthcare. We're also known for having pretty good school system from kindergarten to grade 12. I'm pretty sure it's highly rated. I've never had a teacher that I didn't like. They're all very, very nice people. And I'm sure that's like that in the U.S., but I think Canada's known for in the world rankings of having some pretty high like education, elementary to like high school education, and our universities are awesome. They're very, very like small class sizes, especially in the one that I am in. And what else about Canada can I let you guys in on? We have a couple weird sports, curling. Curling's big out here, lacrosse. What else? And, weather. Let me talk about weather real quick, because a lot of you guys are thinking like, oh, I come to Canada, it's freezing in Canada. No, it's not always. You don't have to be freezing. In the West Coast, there's Vancouver. It's very warm there. I wouldn't say it's like hot by any means, but it's all surrounded by mountains, so like they don't get a ton of snow. It's in like the prairie provinces in the middle that is like the stereotype kind of Canada, but with global warming and nothing's that hot. Like nothing gets that cold anymore. So it's not really a huge deal. Ontario can get a little cold. Toronto definitely. The far east coast doesn't get a ton of snow. Like the one thing about Canada that people don't understand, it's not as cold as people think it is. Everyone's like, oh, our people in the north, they probably just live in igloos. Like that's a stereotype that I've been told like a bunch of time by Americans, and they're obviously kind of kidding, but in reality, it's not that cold out here. It's a very, very nice place to live. And I just kind of wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it. Not like saying like, oh, you guys all need to like move here, because I know our immigration stuff is pretty strict. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more information, because it can sometimes be tough to find like videos like this online with people just literally just talking about Canada. I love Canada. I'm definitely a proud Canadian, but I also love the USA. I love visiting there. I'm looking forward to going to a bunch of places in the USA. I think you guys have the entertainment industry down. Like I'm so jealous. Like there's not a lot of Canadian like made TV shows that go big. Like you guys have the movie and TV industry like on lock. You guys do it better than literally anybody else. You have the sports thing on lock. I'm jealous of America and like so much when it comes to sports. Like the NFL and stuff. So cool. That's why I always kind of wish. And the sports, like you guys get to play sports so much and you take it so much more seriously, like football and everything, because you have summer for so long. America's a great place. I hope everything works out for you guys. I'm sure it will. Like you just kind of got to trust. I know a lot of people are freaking out right now, but things that will hopefully work itself out. And in the end, it's just like Obama said, the sun's going to shine in the morning. So you just got to kind of stay positive. I just want to tell you guys a little about Canada. I lost this Battle Royale game, but who honestly cares? Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.